all things related to the guide of morality, health, safety, security, and environment. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, our goal is to equip you with the knowledge and tools to stay safe and protect those around you. We have HSSC News meeting the dignitaries, and I'm going to unveil my special guest today, who is a big fish, and you need to just wait and listen. Kiddies Corner, commenting on firefighting and other emergency services, commending the supporters of safety, gifts, and fun, and so more for you to listen to. We may not be able to bring all the programs in one day, but we are assuring you that every week you get to be hearing new editions. So right now, I want you to say, welcome to this show on 102.3 FM, Safeshere Connect.
Hello, everyone. This is a special invitation to tune in to Eagles 102.3 FM for the Safeshere Connect program with Town Planner Ibrahim MT, the safety doctor. If you are looking for more information and guidance on the morality of life, health, safety, security, and the environment, then this is the show for you. Join us every Tuesday from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. for an hour of insightful discussions, expert interviews, and engaging segments that will keep you informed and safe. Don't miss out. Mark your calendars and make sure to tune in to Eagles 102.3 FM. Stay safe, stay informed, and connect with Safeshere Connect.
Safeshere Connect.
Yes, welcome back. Today, as usual, we're focusing on a topic that is not only crucial for our safety, but also for the betterment of our society, the moralities of life. We are starting with this program because in this time when we are faced with various challenges, it is essential to reflect on the values that guide our actions and decisions. Morality, shapes our behavior, influences our decisions, and ultimately determines the quality of our lives and the strength of our community. We are going to be inviting to the studio the very big shot, a pastor, John Alabi from Gwagwalada. Pastor John is a respected leader in his community, known for his deep insight into the teachings of Christianity. I want to also tell you that he's also an inspirational, motivational speaker. Right now, you'll be hearing his voice. Please listen and stay tuned.
Good evening, Eagles FM, Abuja. Good evening to our hosts in the studio. Good evening to Nigerians. I count it as honor for me to contribute to nation building and development, and I like to express my profound gratitude for this opportunity. On the issue at hand, talking about morality, the Christian perspective on the subject matter, first and foremost, let me categorically make this clear. One does not need religion to be morally sound, morally correct, or morally balanced. The only thing religion or spirituality does is that it enhances morality. It enhances decency, mannerism, ethics, etiquette, and to be law-abiding as good citizen. For instance, you don't need to be a Christian to be honest, to be sincere, to be grateful, to be thankful, to be well-behaved, to be of good conduct, well-mannered, and have integrity to do the right thing. But being a Christian or a follower of Christ enhances morality. That is, it makes it easier, pleasurable, and enjoyable to be morally sound. Secondly, one cannot be said to be spiritual without a degree of moral. Otherwise, your spirituality and religion will be questionable. Morality is all about distinction between good and evil or right and wrong, meaning that morality promotes decency, honesty, ethics, etiquette, respect, moderation, order, orderliness, uprightness, doing the right thing, love, mannerism, goodness, integrity, piety, and chastity, to mention but few. If I may elaborate on the aforementioned, number one, let me talk about love. You see, the Bible talks about love, and the Bible encourages us to love. It is noteworthy, however, that no one can actually define love. Love can only be described. You can only tell what love does. No one can perfectly define love. Hence, the writers of the Bible summed it up by saying God is love. You see, God is not just loving. God is love personified. And love does two things. Love gives and love forgives. In Matthew chapter 5, from verse 43 to verse 45, the Bible says, "You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbors and hate your enemies." But in verse 44, he said, "But I say unto you," that is Jesus talking, he said, "love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who spitefully use you and persecute you." Verse 45 and the last, "that you may be sons of your Father in heaven, for he makes the he makes the sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust." Now, end of quote. Additionally, in John chapter 13, verse 34, Jesus says, "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another." Furthermore, in 1 John chapter 4, verses 7 and 8, the Bible says, and I quote, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not," that's verse 8, "knoweth not God, for God is love." Thus, as a morally sound individual, you must love yourself, love your friends, love your family, love your neighbors, love your perceived enemy, love your country, love your tribal and non-tribal person. Love people irrespective of their religion or political affiliation. In other words, showing love and demonstrating love to humanity is the evidential proof that you know God. And I implore everybody.
Safeshere Connect.
Yes, you can hear we've heard what the pastor had to say about morality, and we know that in this segment we have actually shared the perspective on how we can all embrace goodness in our daily lives, resist the temptations of wrongdoing, and contribute to a moral and just society. They will offer teachings from their respective faiths, and now this particular man has given us his own. Let's use this opportunity to learn from this esteemed leader and apply their teachings to our lives. Let's come together to reflect on the values that unite us regardless of our faith. That's what we are preaching in Safeshere Connect, and commit to living a life of goodness and integrity. Thank you for remaining with us. Now we are going to the next segment, which is the meeting the dignitaries. Like I said before, we have two dignitaries here in our studio, but I am going to introduce somebody that will still buttress more on the moralities of life, especially centering on attitudinal and behavioral change. And there's a group, a very formidable, very popular progressive ambassadors of Nigeria, and we now have on the studio the president, the national president of Progressive Ambassadors of Nigeria, in the person of Ambassador Jasper Emenike. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Egos 102.3 FM, for having me. Good evening to Nigerians.
All right, you are welcome to the studio and you're welcome to Safeshere Connect. Now, as we have met you, please, could you please introduce yourself and provide us with a brief history of the PAN group?
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Ambassador Jasper Emenike, the National President of the Progressive Ambassadors of Nigeria. Briefly, the Progressive Ambassadors of Nigeria is pan-Nigerian non-governmental organization and of course non-partisan organization comprising tested and accomplished compatriots from the diaspora, some of whom who returned home, joining hands with other compatriots in the country and likewise towards the actualization of a project that we call New Nigeria Project. The New Nigeria Project is anchored on 5 cardinal pillars. Of course, if you look at it from 2 dimensions, we have the national angle and the international angle. In the national angle, is a project that why we call it New Nigeria Project is because it is having to do with mainly attitudinal change as part of our objectives, as part of our core objectives, which is to promote the attitudinal change and patriotic citizenship in all strata of the Nigerian society. And the 5 or the 9-point objectives of PAN is now anchored on the 5 cardinal pillars, namely attitudinal change, number 2, exemplary leadership, number 3, patriotic citizenship, number 4, good governance, and number 5, rule of law. These 5 are the fundamental pillars through which we hope to actualize the New Nigeria vision. I may not have time to start breaking them down one after the other. That is at the national angle. And at the international angle, we also have a program that we have been partnering federal government to promote Nigeria's diplomatic relations with neighboring countries and Nigerians in the diaspora too, as well as engaging the government in tackling immigration irritants, most of which that tends to smear our cordial relations. That's just for the brief.
Thank you so much. Yes, we have known the introductory parts, and many people will want to ask, how does PAN plan to address the challenges of attitudinal change and exemplary leadership within the context of the New Nigerian Vision, especially given the current economic and political climate in the country?
Thank you very much, sir. Well, we will continue to engage by way of collaborations. We cannot do it alone. Nigeria's problems require a lot of hands to be on deck, and it requires a number of people, every stakeholder, everyone that is involved. Already we have our structures, nationally and internationally. However, we must continue to engage critical stakeholders, relevant intergovernmental agencies, Nigerians in the diaspora as well as Nigerians at grassroots. Of course, I'm happy to note that some of the government agencies are also showing interest and readiness or willingness to work with us in the actualization of this project. And I'm happy and look forward that we'll deepen our relationship even with Nigeria Fire Service, because the issue of safety is very important, is very key to all of us. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. The key thing is the safety, and every organization depends on safety and security. So what specific strategies is PAN implementing to ensure that the Nigerian masses clearly understand and embrace the New Nigerian Vision, given your concerns about the system's potential resistance?
Thank you very much, sir. We have a number of strategies we're implementing, but we are still looking at, first of all, grassroots engagement. We are looking at how we can utilize our structures, because I had to rush the introduction of PAN because of time.
Yeah, of course.
It might interest Nigerians to note that PAN has operational structures across the 36 states of the Federation,
Wow, that
and
is
the
good.
Federal Capital Territory, and over 25 branches in the diaspora.
Wow.
And so from the grassroots, we are covered across the states, and then we are utilizing these structures through our coordinating unit, state executive leadership, and all of that. And of course, engaging Nigerians more. We hope to even translate the language, because the new Nigeria message is a message that we have not introduced. We are about to launch into deep in that aspect. So we hope to even translate in our channels of communication in about at least 30 indigenous languages to be able to break those things down at grassroots levels.
That's
And
good.
to be able to engage Nigerians and ensure that they first of all understand what we are talking about in their own context before we talk about the enforcement mechanism. Thank you.
All right, thank you. If I may get you right, in light of the economic challenges, what adjustment has plan made to its initial plans for 2024? Or is it that you do have a calendar you are running in your organization?
We do. Thank you very much for the question. It might interest you that when we talk about New Nigeria project, it's a 37-year action plan.
Wow,
It's
that's
a
good.
well-intentional program towards getting our nation back on track. Time we felt may not permit me to explain what we even meant by New Nigeria project. I just explained the cardinal pillars. This is a visionary project that requires critical stakeholders to be involved for us to actualize it. We are already in the 9th year. And of course, we have been deliberate in the way we are going. Mind you also that on area of diplomacy, which we have engaged federal government, is not something that you usually go out for, usually put out for public or program, because it has to do with government, with other governments and other bodies. So, but locally, we are making other adjustments, in view of the next phase that we are launching now, which I believe by next year, it will be more of programs that will promote attitudinal change. We are starting with the hanging fruits. We are looking at programs, activities that will promote in fact, in partnership also, like I said before, even with subnational leadership at that level, and that also local government levels. So we are looking at all those areas, because Nigerians must understand the message first, what the New Nigeria message means and what it is. So far so good, despite the challenges yet, but we needed to adjust in order to accommodate the bigger programs in the coming year. Of course, that will be in about 3 years, a 3-year plan.
Okay.
So we are getting there, but so far so good.
All right. So is there any plan to organize something for people to be aware of these progressive ambassadors of Nigerians' mission and vision, or we are just waiting to hear that PAN has been launched elsewhere? So what is it that you have in stake for the public, for them to really do something about?
We have had a number of engagements internally.
Okay.
By bringing our people, the coordinators at state levels, the state secretary structure, our state executive council structure, and all of that. So we are talking to people. We have first of all tried to, engage our people to understand the project, package them, empower them to understand what we are doing. I think we have successfully executed that. Okay. Now, another introductory program that we intend, by the special grace of God, to come up towards November. We are determining the date will be determined just by next week. We'll be able to know, because there's already a national committee that we set up, to plan and to advise the National Executive Council. So we'll be able to look at that. So we are coming up with a program just for a first introduction to launch the citizen engagement program towards promoting attitudinal change, and that has to do with the aspect of conference. And the theme of this conference, it might interest Nigerians to note, is beyond boundaries, and engaging Nigerians on a dialogue for attitudinal and behavioral change. We believe that this involves everybody. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. That was the voice of the national president of Progressive Ambassadors of Nigeria, Ambassador Jasper Emenike. Thank you very much for being with us. Please, we want to have more of you on this program, and probably whenever you are organizing your national conference and other activities, Eagles FM would want to be there to air it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm grateful
You're
to
welcome.
be here. Thank
You're
you for the
welcome.
opportunity.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nigerians, for listening.
All right.
Hello, everyone. This is a special invitation to tune in to Eagles 102.3 FM for the Safeshere Connect program with Town Planner Ibrahim MT, the safety doctor. If you're looking for more information and guidance on the morality of life, health, safety, security, and the environment, then this is the show for you. Join us every Tuesday from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. for